SCP-6360 is called the Basilisk, and I'm pretty sure the SCP universe has a different spin on it than anything that I'm used to. I've played games for a long time, Dungeons and Dragons, lore, mythology. Basilisks are large creatures that are essentially, I guess, bigger than a modern day cow, you could say, and their gaze turns living things to stone, so they can turn humans to stone, kind of like a Medusa or whatever. That's their given deal. Now, this looks completely different, so apparently they're flying and they're very large, so the SCP universe is a little bit different, but I'm excited to see it. It's by the Rubber, you guys. Make sure to subscribe to him. Subscribe to me if you like reaction videos, and let's get into this one.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Run for your lives, the Basilisk comes, sweeping in from the sky.
See, it's flying.
Mihai hummed the folk song. So it was true, he thought.
So it's
the
a legend.
Stories were no myths at all. He was now being hunted by the Basilisk.
He's being
a
hunted
terrible
by
monster as tall as the mountain trees that tickled the lower region of heaven.
Yeah, that's
and as dark as the night sky.
Definitely different than I've ever seen.
My dear child, for the Basilisk come. Everything it touches, death follow. Mihai saw how the terrible creature sank its fangs into his fellow man's neck as he screamed in agony. When it was done, his lifeless body dropped and slowly withered away. Though it felt hopeless, Mihai was feeling thirsty nonetheless. Might as well help himself to the pond water in front of him. It was said to be the purest of waters, straight from deep inside the mountains.
Thank goodness, because
he took one sip
drinking lake
and
water
immediately felt sick. That was when he remembered the next lines. Beware of its gift, straight from its heart and soul. Receive it, and it'll take its toll. He now found himself writhing on the ground in agonizing pain. Of course, the Basilisk poisoned the water as well. He laughed. Death was beckoning him on the horizon as the Basilisk descended in front of him. The Basilisk lowered its head, and its cobra-like amber eyes met Mihai's. As if it wasn't enough to be sick from the water, Mihai then suddenly recalled the warning in the final lines of the song. Close your eyes, say your prayers. You will succumb if you meet its glare.
Yeah, so its glare will do something?
For he has already met the Basilisk's gaze. Hello everybody, I'm the Rubber. Today we bring you SCP Foundation Keter class object SCP-6360.
And it is a Keter.
SCP-6360, also known as the Basilisk, is a large chimeric organism possessing both reptilian and bird-like traits.
So it does have reptilian
Measuring at an
traits.
average of 7.6 meters long and 2.5 meters tall, 6360 has winged forelimbs with a wingspan of 9.1 meters. And a set of reptilian hind limbs along with a long, muscular tail covered in feathers. The head of 6360 strongly resembles bearded vultures, but possesses rows of sharp, curved teeth and two venomous fangs.
Completely different from the Basilisk.
Its venom is extremely potent. Any organism that comes in contact with the venom, either via directly getting bitten by 6360 or indirectly through touch or contamination, will result in death within 2 minutes. Corpses of victims will appear withered with massive internal injuries. Its eyes are similar to those of the king cobra. When 6360 makes eye contact with an individual, the individual will immediately die. 6360's vocalizations are a mix of those produced by old world vultures and snakes. Despite its impressive size, 6360 displays significant agility beyond what should be capable for a creature of its mass. Being able to move nimbly on land, scale up vertical structures, and demonstrate flight. The creature is primarily quadrupedal, folding its wings to form clawed forelimbs similar to the common vampire bat.
That's pretty dangerous,
It is capable of quickly moving across flat ground and closing the distance between it and its prey.
So it can run and fly really well.
Examinations of feather samples show that they are covered with scales. These scales are anomalously durable, impervious to damage from melee weapons and guns up to 30mm caliber.
That's hilarious.
6360 scales also possess radar-absorbent properties, making it harder to be detected by radars.
Wow.
These findings imply that 6360 might have evolved or adapted to counter air-to-air combat. A flight recording of a 6360's attack on a F-117 stealth attack aircraft, call signed Vega 6, was recovered in 1999.
That's impressive.
It was deployed
going up against
for
a fighter
clandestine mission over Yugoslavia. After Vega 6 successfully unloaded its bomb on its target, it began to return to base.
Right.
En route, the pilot noticed a small blip on the radar. Command, there's a bogey closing in on my position.
Yeah,
Over.
I'd say it's a bogey,
Vega 6,
alright.
we detected no nearby aircraft at this time. Over. The blip temporarily disappeared from the radar, but we can see it now. The object that has eluded the radar was none other than the Basilisk. It was big and dark and was rapidly moving towards Vega 6.
Moving quick.
Holy cow! It's a dragon! The Basilisk performed a banking turn and disappeared from view. Failing to appear on the radar once again, the pilot looked around frantically, but to no avail. All he could see was darkness surrounding him.
It's making circles
Suddenly,
around him like
he
he's
felt a
standing
hard
still.
impact from the rear of the aircraft.
Wow.
Oh God!
Attacked.
Mayday! Mayday! This is Vega 6, currently under attack by an unidentified hostile. Requesting backup. Another hard hit came, causing the controls to fail and sending the aircraft into a downward spiral.
Hit the parachute.
Mayday! It hit me! I lost control of the plane. I don't think I can reconnect. Oh God! The recording
No time to
ended there
parachute.
abruptly.
Not that it would have saved you
15
anyway.
hours later, reports came in that a Serbian militia patrol discovered the wreckage of Vega 6. A spin doctor was hired to control the narrative, and thus the incident was covered up by reporting that the aircraft was downed by Serbian surface-to-air missiles. Analysis of the wreckage indicated damage to the back section, and what appeared to be claw marks. However, the most damage was done to the cockpit, which had a gaping hole, suggesting that a large object had rammed into the cockpit at high speed.
That's crazy.
The pilot was nowhere to be found, and presumed killed in action.
Right.
And that was the first encounter with the Basilisk. Slowing down the footage revealed that 6360 has a set of fully transparent third eyelids, which opens up during visual-based attacks. Once open, its pupils turn to a luminescent golden yellow with a slight reddish ring surrounding it, while it produces a growling hiss similar to a king cobra. Once the target has been killed, the third eyelid closes, and its eyes return to normal. Since its normal gaze was found to be non-lethal, and the killing gaze is neutralized as recorded footage, specially designed goggles which provided a video feed with a 0.1 second delay were developed. Despite multiple horrific deaths, the locals in the mountains have been observed leaving food for the creature as offerings, consisting mostly of livestock and oily foods. Interviews were conducted to further learn about this relationship.
Trying to
Despite being unforthcoming of their
spirits.
practices, the locals have warned Foundation personnel against proceeding too deep into the mountains due to the Basilisk's highly territorial nature. Having learned nothing from the interviews, an exploration mission was greenlit by the O5 Council. It was to investigate a suspicious 6360 den located in the Romanian Carpathians.
So they have dens.
The exploration was led by a researcher of the local chapter of the Foundation, Dr. Florin Nicolescu, along with 3 agents, Rednick, Siobanu, Willard, and 2 D-class subjects.
Siobanu?
Dr. Nicolescu monitored the team in a security room nearby, while the rest performed the dirty task.
Different name.
All right, goggles are operational. They moved in deeper into the cave, and soon found what they were looking for. A huge pile of grimy mess made up of feathers, scales, and feces. All right, you know what to do. Collect the samples and return to base. Be wary of venom residue,
and be
but
careful
do
of
collect samples of it if discovered. The D-Class began their work reluctantly. I think we should be worried about more than just venom. What if the thing shows up?
Exactly.
Fret not. We have visuals on 6360 24/7.
Oh.
The locals are keeping it occupied with food somewhere far away. We'll have enough time.
Interesting.
Wait a minute. Why? What's wrong? Get back to base as quickly as you can, right now. 6360 destroyed a camera. We've lost visual on the target.
Go,
the
go,
men
go,
hastily
go, go.
bagged the samples and
Get
began to retreat. Suddenly, one of the D-Class noticed movement in the trees. Whoa! Did anyone else see that? Then a scream came from behind. Agent Rednick looked back and saw Agent Siobanu writhing on the ground. Venom had been sprayed onto him by 6360 from within the foliage. I saw it. Damn thing's hiding in the bushes.
Get the poop
we
and
have
go.
No choice. Fire at will. D-Class, get the hell out of here with the samples. The agents opened fire while the D-Class ran. 6360 let out a threatening hiss and rushed forward. It killed Agent Willard with one slash of its forelimb.
Later, Willard.
And broke Agent Rednick's leg with a swing of its tail. Son of a... You want to do this, huh? Agent Rednick pulled the pins of some grenades and beckoned the Basilisk. "Let's go, you feathery, snake-eyed bastard." But the creature only looked at him and hissed before quickly crawling away.
Oh.
The grenades went off, sending a shockwave through the narrow cave system, causing the escaping D-Class to tumble and fall. "Are you okay? Is anyone there? Respond!"
Get the poop.
One of the D-Class was buried alive
Dead.
under the rubble. Another found his goggles broken, now at the mercy of 6360.
Rip.
Oh my god. Whatever you do,
Just gonna
don't
look
look
at
at its
him.
eyes. Hello? Hello?
No, it stopped
It was
him from
too late.
just
The D-Class met the
eviscerating him with his
Basilisk's
beak.
gaze, and that was the last thing he saw. He laid there, dead, with an empty expression and soulless eyes.
Jeez.
Trapped within the security office,
They didn't
Dr.
even get the poop,
Nicolescu
yo.
clutched his head in despair. He knew that the Basilisk would come after him next. He
What?
exited the room and settled down at a clearing.
What?
He looked up at the night
You
sky,
think the
waiting
Basilisk
for the end
knows
to
he
come.
was giving him
Then he
instructions?
realized this was the place where his old friend Mihai died. There were traces of venom in his blood, but his cause of death was something else. He now knew what it was that killed his friend. As the Basilisk descended from the night sky, Dr. Nicolescu began humming the folk song. "Run for your lives, the Basilisk come."
Why would it have
Remember
come
to
for
check
him?
out-
I really don't understand that. They didn't lead that into that. But at any rate, guys, it's so different than the Basilisk that I know. It's crazy how different universes, I guess, of fables and stuff can have so different, variations of the same creatures and stuff, or at least the same named creatures. Crazy. At any rate, this was pretty cool, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the Rubber. Subscribe to me if you like reaction videos too. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off. We'll see you next time.